Rhapsody of Fire, welcome to 69 Face of Rock.
Hi.
How are you guys doing today?
Fine, great. So we just finished the sound check.
I'm really tired, so
Yeah, he's tired.
There we go.
but yes,
But,
it's
but
okay.
this is normal. So the singer is always the first one that gets
Always tired.
right? Yeah.
Introduce yourself and tell me what you do in the band.
I'm Alessandro Sala, the bass player.
I'm Giacomo Voli, singer.
Tell me about the current tour. It's an interesting combination of past and present. What should the audiences be expected to see?
Well, we have two sets. One is mainly, let's say, newer songs, because we would like to celebrate our last
Yeah.
record, so Challenge the Wind, but also from previous works. And the second set is a special set for the anniversary, the 25th anniversary of Dawn of Victory, which is one of our biggest records so far. And yeah, what we would like to give to the audience is somehow an experience that goes from the past to what is now and even the future, of course, because as you know, probably this is part of a project, of a saga that still goes on, and we need still to conclude the saga. So.
Of course. Let's talk about the Dawn of Victory before we get into the new album. So that album came out in 2000. That's 25 years ago. What do you think made that album special? In fact, you were not even in the band when that came out, right?
Yes.
But you feel for the music.
I was a big fan.
There you go. So tell me about your feelings, whether you are in the band or simply a fan.
Yeah, speaking for me, obviously I was at school when I was hearing, Holy Thunder Force or Dawn of Victory. So that songs really inspired me anyway when I was young, and now that I have the chance to sing them, it's really a great honor for me, at least. Really.
Also, the record, let's say, for a musical point of view, so we take this occasion also to study again the music of the past, so and to rediscover it also for ourselves. So, and I have to say the record is setting the bar really, really high. Also for our work that we do. So listening again to the record from track one to track so to the end straight is a hell of an experience, and this is also why we are going through with the exact same so track after track. Okay. So we want to give in live the experience that everybody of us had 25 years ago listening that record.
So also, Dawn of Victory was recorded with a completely different set of musicians apart from Alex, right?
Well, Alex is the composer.
That's
so
right.
together with
So how is the current version of Rhapsody of Fire interpreting those songs today?
Well, interpretation is, let's say, a strange word, because we play as it is in the record. So we don't change anything because those records are untouchable.
You're not tempted
They
to
are
throw
perfectly-
a few notes in there?
Well, just a couple of screams.
Well,
more,
maybe
perhaps.
yes. I try to feel these songs like it's mine. These are mine. You know what I mean? So that helped when we were recording Legendary Years, that we re-recorded a few songs also from Dawn of Victory, obviously, and that really helped to hear myself in this place as a singer. So yeah, apart from that, we are really sticking to the original for the intentions and for the arrangement. The arrangement is the same.
So when you perform Dawn of Victory for the first time, how did that feel?
For the first time, let's say, long time ago. So
For you.
yeah, for me, that is one of my favorite tunes ever. So to play live, also because it's really fast, 190 BPM, and I can see also the reaction of the people that is doing something to the people that song. That is incredible, because they like, so from the start you can hear the trumpet, and it's like being on war, or that kind of immersion. So. And playing is difficult because it's really, really fast, it's demanding, and also for singing I think it's quite demanding. But it's really funny because people participate when they sing. We all sing together Gloria Perpetua. That makes me goosebumps.
That's what I wanna how do you say underscore, because for me it's a matter of emotions, since it's so strange to have these feelings on Italian words, because when you say Gloria Perpetua, you don't hear them so often in other songs, and so that's a special thing for me. And so to say this in a really great moment in Italian, it's something really emotional for me.
Yeah.
Fantastic. The other musical feature of the tour is your newest album, Challenge the Wind. How does Challenge the Wind mixes with songs from Dawn of Victory on stage?
Well,
let's say Challenge the Wind, the soundtrack, has a similar role, let's say, to Dawn of Victory for that. Also because it's speedy, it's still 190 BPM, so we select that. And there are some parts that are even more challenging to play than Dawn of Victory, and also to sing. And so when we play the new songs, I have the sensation that we are doing things right, so that we do not, let's say, play something that is less respect to the past. When we try to compare that, the impact that also has this song live to the people, they are on the same page.
Yeah.
And this, we are quite happy of that. And let's say, respect to Dawn of Victory, this record is a little bit more variegated, so it goes through a lot of different moments, more than Dawn of Victory. In Dawn of Victory, let's say, only at the end of the record, which Alex and Luca Turilli try to develop a little more the orchestra and that. So the first songs, the first 5 songs, they are killer songs, one after the other. Here let's say we go more, we broaden the spectrum.
So it's a good balance.
Yeah, exactly. So this is also a matter of experience, because we want to tell a story, and a story has a lot of different moments, and so playing different kind of styles, some musical styles, it's a task that we need to do.
And also different kind of way to sing, for example, so harsh vocals and choirs and bombastic choirs, and then maybe something more
intimate moment,
and so very variegated.
Tell me about the writing process for Challenge the Wind.
Let's say it always starts between Robbie and Alex, let's say the music part, and so then occurs the story. Then finally, when the music is, they feel that the music is right, and the pieces and the riffs and everything is kind of right, then the story can be developed through the music. So according with Robbie, I try to tell the story and choose the songs to tell the whole story in the various moments. So then I take care about the lyrics. I have my time.
There are 10 tracks on the new album. Let's discuss them. The title cut, Challenge the Wind, is an amazing concept of a song. How do you want this track to be understood musically and lyrically?
Yeah, musically, I think that really reminds something about Dawn of Victory.
Yeah, this kind of
so that was an intense
atmosphere.
Yeah, and also because, if the first track is really powerful, and let's say a single, it's really important to open the album like this. But speaking about the lyrics, I try to put a lot of information of the previous story of the previous album in the first song. So the first song is a kind of, how do you say?
Connector.
Trade union,
a connector through the album. So I really try to do this every time to remind everybody what happened before. So where we are in the story and what's happening now.
It's like watching like a series, and you have like a preview from the previous.
Yeah. So you have another season, exactly like that.
So I really try that. And I really put my efforts to do this every time, because I think that it's funny to have something that reminds you that the previous work, and then we go on and win the newest.
So once we have the previous down, where does Whispers of Doom take us?
Well, the whole first song, so Whispers of Doom, Bloody Pariah, and this first song talks about the past of each character. So Whispers of Doom and Bloody Pariah are songs that talks about the 2 main characters. So Creel and Bezrael, that were brothers. Okay, and so 2 different songs that talks about this and try to explain what happened in the past and why they are now, enemies, since they were friends and brothers. So what happens in the past.
And then you kick into probably the epic piece of the record, which is Vanquished by Shadows.
Yes, this takes more focus on what happened to Bezrael specifically. So the fact that he was like cursed, and this is an old theme, let's say. So
there's a lot of suffering, even in the music. There's a lot.
It's an old theme that I'm really paying attention to. That it's we are how do you say predestinate? So predestination is something that really is common in other cultures, and so this talks about predestination and how you can be cursed and how your destiny is already written. Are you the evil really, or maybe it's because
you have to play your part. That's already written.
And so it's
Vanquished by Shadow is also our longest song, and it has, let's say, a reason. The point is when we have a story, then so it's somehow an intermix between the core of the song, that is instrumental, because the first thing we develop is the melody, let's say. And then also when the lyrics come in, when the story comes in, we somehow know that we need to develop a song in a certain way. So in this way, for this, let's say, particular chapter of the story, we need a longer song, or the longer song fits better with what we want to say. Mm-hmm. In this way, we develop the song more and more. So then we add a session in the middle when everything goes down, and we start to grow up the dynamics and so on. So we try to do this kind of polishing of the songs.
So there's nothing accidental here, right?
Well, no, not really. So no. Well, sometimes we have some songs and we decide which song fits better with the music. Okay, mm-hmm. So let's say it's not.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a puzzle. It's also
Creel's Magic Staff.
Yeah, that's really one of my favorite, and we are used to playing in this tour. That specifically talks about the stuff that Creel has as a musician, as a wizard himself, and I find it really operatic and really fascinating because I can describe a lot of things. I can really talk about magic, and this is really important for me also because I'm pretending to be in the story while I sing, and so this is really good for me.
It also has a special role because it's not a fast song. Mm-hmm. Let's say somehow a mid-tempo or that kind of stuff. We don't have the double bass going on sometimes. And this is one of our singles. So we decided also to, let's say, as I said before, broaden our musical spectrum and try to develop different kind of musics inside this. And Creel Magic Staff is the perfect thing for that.
Yeah,
even in our setup, even what we play normally here in this tour, we play Creel, and that is a particular breakup moment that we enjoyed a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'll be watching out for that.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Diamond Claws.
Diamond Claws is
nice.
more focused. It's a fast one, so I think that it's more
Picks up the
similar
pace.
to Challenge the Wind and other kind of stuff. But yes, it's more focused. The story is more focused on Teriel. That in Creel's Magic Stuff, Teriel became a big hawk. So let's say a kind of dragon, so a big animal to ride and fly with. So Diamond Claws really is specific all about this. The way you can feel riding this big and gigantic animal, so it's really powerful, and you have to feel the energy of riding this kind of big animal and a whole.
Then comes Black Wizard, another stopping point.
So this is long, but it talks about responsibility, and so was a specular song I tried to do.
Wizard?
And to realize, and because it was specular to White Wizard in the Eight Mountain album, and so it talks about responsibility because even the way you grow up maybe can change you and can change your values and your way to to see life. So Black Wizard talk about the bad influences that Bezrael had in his young life, and so.
And please, if it happens, compare that with White Wizard.
Yeah.
So let's say, because musically you can hear something similar, let's say, in the intention. So this is also what we want.
After all that darkness comes a brave new hope.
Oh yes, yes. Even the music speaks about the brand new hope. Is really open and major. So yeah, it talks about a new hope, but talking about war anyway, because you know all these things really lead every time to a fight, to a war. So you have to observe anyway what's happening in this kind of situation. So. But there's a hope anyway.
There's a hope. There's a holy downfall.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, this is a little bit darker. So it compared. Yeah, the two
doesn't end well. Let's say this record. I have to say.
Yeah, it's
You're leaving a lot of doors open here.
Yeah, it's really difficult to. You know, even when you win, somebody has to die, and so. It's really hard to say that things are getting better after a war. You know, so. Holy Downfall maybe is about this. Nobody's winning really when it becomes a war. So
yeah, we worked on the desperation that is inside the lyrics also for the music. So we selected that chorus, that verse, and so on specifically for this.
And also personally, I like to not see things in black and white, and so these are grays.
Master by Dark closes the album, and it's a track that really leaves a lot. It's almost like it's a beginning of something new.
Absolutely, yeah. Also because it's part of Vanquished by Shadow, right? So it is just a reminder of that because it's an important thing. So we wanted exactly with Holy Downfall and this one we wanted to create some suspense because what is coming next. It is so it will be.
Were any of these songs challenging to record or arrange?
Well, to record, obviously Vanquished by Shadow, at least for me, it took more than 5 days to record it. So I'm used to record in 1 day, maximum 2 days, one song. And that was a hell of a record because it was long and with a lot of tones of choirs and different vocals. So I had to do harsh vocals and different, ambience, and so that was really demanding. Yes.
Yeah, for me, from the musical point of view, let's say you have to say this. So when we create a song, first of all, we create the melody and then the lyrics, okay? But then we try to arrange the rhythm section again. So we have a canvas, which is somehow here we need to play double bass completely fast. Here we need to play long notes or that kind of stuff. But then I try to listen to this, let's say, demo, and I try to think about a new bass line or a new jigsaw with the drums. So here it could be more complicated and so on. And this process goes on, let's say, 1 month or even more in my mind. So I listen it in the car, I listen it when I'm at home and so on. And then for recording, my ideas are completely straight. So I can record the entire album in 2 days. So let's say 8 hours plus 8 hours I record. But the process of recording, so to think about what to play and what kind, that is way more difficult. So.
Now, Alex is not only a band member and a composer, he also produced the album.
Yes.
What's it like to record, being recorded by someone who's also a member of the band? How does he direct you guys?
Speaking for me, it's an experience because every time we try to work together, and he is also, how do you say, managing and is present during the vocal records because we want to take care and feel the energy that I can give into the records. So it's really personal, it's really emotional the way we record together. But I don't know, for the rest I think that...
No, for the rest, let's say, we record by ourselves and then we have an exchange with him and we send him the tracks. Here is okay, here now let's change it, let's give it a try. And we also try to give several options for that. Okay, I record this this part in 2-3 different ways and we decide together what to do. But Anyway, so his main role as a producer, first of all, is to let's say to give a general shape of the song. Okay, so this has developed this way. Here's the chorus. Here's the verses. Here is the special. Is the intro, outro, blah 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 blah. And that also. So then we record it together, and his final role is to blend everything together. Also, especially with the orchestra. And he is the master of that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of separations there.
Yeah, exactly. So one record for us, when we record live, the orchestra can have easily 200 tracks.
And
that's a lot.
somehow there is also a previous work, because when the pieces are put together, so let's say we have 9 or 10 pieces, he also spend a lot of time trying to understand which is the right set list before the lyrics are in. So even musically speaking, he really tried to get and to give to the album an experience, a musical experience through and choosing the right melody. And now if a song finish with a certain chord, then the next one has to be similar or with a chord that is continuing this experience. So it's really a hell of a work for him.
Yeah. You had been in a band for a while. You've recorded a lot of music. In your opinion, what makes a good Rhapsody of Fire song?
It really depends on what you mean. So if everybody
As far as components, what does it have to have?
Well, it must give imagination to the listener.
Yeah, and
So
bombastic choirs.
Yeah, well, there are a lot of let's say specific fingerprints that we have in the music.
Singable choruses.
Exactly. Singable choruses, but not on every song. Let's say so. Pretty fast when it's needed. Theatrical, a lot of
Super
symphony and so on.
solos and.
But I think the thing that is common in every Rhapsody of Fire record is the imagination that you need to put when you listen to that, because you are immersed in a new world. So it's like a film score, more or less. And that is so when we listen to the final product, and we can listen from beginning to the end and be far away from the real world, then we know that is Rhapsody.
And speaking of that imagination, how important are your record covers?
Definitely
for you.
Yeah.
Like, how is that part of the whole package?
Well, let's say this goes back to the beginning of the. Remember, so when Rhapsody started in the 90s, there was no internet, no whatsoever, and you had to imagine what is the content of the CD from the cover. So the cover was completely important, and we try to continue this because so we want people to know that here there will be a lot of imagination, there will be a story, and every cover I think is telling the people that there's a story inside. For that, so we take a lot of care thinking about the cover and also all the details. So this is not AI generated the kind of stuff. So
finally, where do we go from here, story-wise? What's
we
next?
Don't know either.
What's around the corner?
No, I'm joking. We will try to develop more the story, because in the very first project or program was to do 3 albums at least. So here we are. But then we understood that it's easy to continue the story and to try to develop more, even going backward and fastward, how do you say?
Go do a fast
And
forward.
so we really try to give more about the story, and then we will decide at least other 2 albums. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, so let's say the story is somehow settled, but how it's developed inside, so there is still a lot of space.
Yes.
You guys were awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time to
Thanks
speak
to
with
you.
me.
So,
Ciao,
see you next time.